Everyone. Yeah, I'm really nervous. I don't know if I was in the salon and you were all right in front of me, I would be fine, but I'm not used to being on Zoom. You guys will all be used to it, but I've used it about twice. So, but yeah, hopefully you can all hear me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a hairdresser at the Doll's House in Inverness. But I only do bridal hair and extensions, so I don't do any cuts and colours. I just do all the fun, creative stuff. I don't do the boring stuff. So yeah, I thought I would just do some hints and tips for how to curl your hair because everyone likes that, and there might be things that you already know, but I'm sure you'll get something out of it. I'll give you a few different tips. So yeah, I've actually left my kit bag in the car and I'm not going out in the snow to get it. So I've only got my own hair stuff, and there's nothing here that I have that you probably won't have other than the products. So I've got a pair of straighteners, which is my favorite way for curling. And I've got a paddle brush. It's a Denman Tangle Tamer. It's very similar to a Tangle Teaser, which a lot of people have. I've got a comb, and I've got some clips and some Kirby grips. And the products that I'm using are just some heat protector. I really don't have a preference for products for brands, just as long as you're using heat protector, that's good. And I've got this, it's Mark Hill 10-in-1, 12-in-1 Wonder Spray. It's really, really good because it's a heat protector and a setting spray. So if you spray this on before you curl, it makes them last really well. I've got some oil, which I put through the curls when I'm finished. And this is a texturizing spray. This is the Schwarzkopf Osis one, but dry shampoo works as well as that. Well, maybe not as well as that, but same sort of thing. And I've got some Elnet flexible hold hairspray. My first tip is with hairspray, a lot of people use a really strong hairspray and put loads of it on. And if you've got curls, that can actually weigh them down and just make them a bit too solid. You really want them to be able to move. So I really like this stuff and try not to use too much of it. And yeah, so I think that's all my kit for tonight. And I'm just going to show you. I've got extensions in, but I'm going to take them out and show you on my own hair as well. Because obviously this is quite long and it's already curled. But
would you say, like, because I washed my hair yesterday, is it good to have like fresh wash or like dirty hair like dancers?
It could be either, but what I like to do is I wash my hair and dry it and I curl it, and then I don't wash it again for another 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 or 6 in lockdown. But I actually pin the curls up every night. So the curls then last for the week or the few days. But yeah, I would say say you've got an event that you're going to and you want your hair to be done for it, I would say wash your hair the night before. Unless your hair gets greasy really, really quickly, then wash it that morning. But yeah, don't want it too old because then it's gonna weigh down a little bit. But what I tend to do is later in the week, I'll maybe wear my hair up if I feel like it's dropping a bit or it's getting past its best. Then I'll get some dry shampoo and I'll put it up so it kind of progresses through the week. But yeah, I'll just show you this. So this is just the absolute basic technique. You're taking a bit of hair that's maybe about 1 inch and not very deep. And then what I do is I take the straighteners, so like this, and I twist the hair so that the hair has gone in and is hanging down. it's done
Yeah.
the full loop. And then all I do is pull down slowly to the end. And I'm not, and then you just untwist it. I'm not putting much pressure on with these fingers. I'm just using it to guide it. So just doing it really gently.
Okay.
Taking a bit of hair, turning it so that that's now hanging down, and then pulling slowly down to the end. And with this, the slower you go, the tighter the curl is going to be. If you go really fast, you'll just get a bit of a bend, a bit of texture. So I don't know if you can see there, that's where the hair's gone.
Yeah.
And if you're not used to this and you're just practicing, it's good if you've got straighteners with different heat settings so that you can have it on low.
Woo! Amy, I just saw that. That was good.
Yay!
Laura,
Some people think this is witchcraft.
Laura, I have forever, I'm going to cry, wanted to know how you guys do this witchery, man. Look, everybody,
Well
take a
done.
minute and look at what I just did. Did I pass? Did I pass the course?
Well
I'm
done.
a hairdresser now.
I'll have to get you a certificate.
Yes! I'm
That's so
in.
cool. Ah, see, it's easy. Just take the hair, wrap it round, and pull slowly to the end. And then sometimes it bounces up in a weird direction, but if you then just twist it round and let it go, you're right. And the way I like to wear my hair is I just do that all over. On this side, I curl in that direction, and this side, I curl in that direction so that the curls are going away from your face. I feel like that's more flattering.
Yeah.
And then I just take this brush and I smooth it right through, brushing loads and loads, and then it comes out into a nice soft wave. And then I put a bit of the oil through the end of it. So this is how I wear my hair most of the time. And now this is my magic trick. So I'm going to take my extensions out. This is a halo hair extension. Can't find it. So there's my hair.
That's amazing.
I know, so good. It's in a bit of a knot just now. But that's.
May I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
Hi, Laura. I'm Amy.
Hi.
I have all the questions. I am not a child at
Go for it.
TFX. I'm a teacher, but I'm taking over. Children, be quiet. This is for me. How'd you do the ones at the back, babe?
So just by pulling out, really. So I would work through my hair. I'd split it in two.
Yeah.
And then from just above the ear, I would clip this up out of the way. So then this is the very back. And I can see it clearly now. And I just pull it out to the side and go around. I think as long as you've sectioned it off,
okay,
it's easier to get right into the back. And
a
even
magician.
I think my hair is probably about the same length as yours, but it definitely is a bit easier on longer hair, and shorter hair it's a wee bit harder to pull it out to the side, but yeah, just pulling like that. And what I'm doing is on this side, I am, there it is.
I'm not
on this
mute,
side,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
going in from the top, and this side I'm going in from the bottom, but I probably could do from the bottom on both sides, but it's just seems to be easier that way, so I'm sure it'd be different for different people. But what I'm going to do is I'll show you kind of two different techniques on the two sides of my head. So I'm going to end up looking weird, but I did my own roots the other day. Look at the mess. It's really hard to do on yourself. So I'm going to split this in two.
Mine are not going that curly. But hey ho. When should you spray it? Like, when should you put your heat protector? Like, on dry hair?
Yeah, some of them you can use it on wet hair before you blow dry it. Some of them say to use it on dry hair. So it just depends on what your brand says to do. Although, to be fair, I just spray all of them on wet hair, but then also spray them again when I do the curling afterwards. So this side, I'm just going to do as we have been doing, and I'm going kind of slowly to make the curls a little bit tighter. And what I'm going to do is pin curl this side, which makes the curls last a lot longer. Yeah, I'd already sprayed my hair before we started. Yeah, I can do it from the bottom.
You were like, how on earth do you do right round the neck?
Yeah, I'm kind of used to it. I can do it from the bottom actually. You know, when you have to explain how you do something and it's just something that you do,
Yeah.
it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is each side I'm doing 3 sections. So everything kind of below my ear is one section.
Okay.
And although I've curled it in 3 bits, I've now brushed it into one bigger curl, and I'm just going to wrap it around my fingers.
Yep.
And what I actually like to do is leave the ends out, because on my natural hair it's a bit shorter, and when you curl your hair sometimes it just springs up and disappears. Yeah. So I like to leave that end poking out, and I'm just going to pop a clip in it. And you could use just Kirby grips, but I've got these and they're a bit easier. So I've just pinned that up for now. And then I'm going to split everything on top of the ear. Is going to be split into 2, front and back. And then again, I'm going to curl it in a few little sections, because if I tried to curl all of that at once, it's too much. It would get stuck in the straighteners. Yeah. Sometimes if you're trying to curl, but it's like getting stuck and you can't pull it down, then you've probably either got too much hair in the straighteners, or you're holding it too tight. Like, I'm really being light on that there.
That was better.
It definitely takes a bit of practice. My hair's really fine, but when it's curled, it gives it so much more body.
Yeah, we like curled hair at TFX.
Yeah.
They do it much better than we do.
That. So that's my second section. So I've got my 2 pin curls there.
Nice.
This one's about to fall out. And the front.
I need to get some more clips. I've got 1,000 different Kirby's, but
But where are they?
I know.
I got this little tub. I'm sure it was Primark. This little tub, and they're quite long Kirby's. They're really good for pin curling. I usually do like one at the bottom and one at the top, and that's how I sleep. Like the way I'm pinning this
Okay.
is how I pin it to sleep, but not with these pins because they would be a bit uncomfortable.
How are we getting on, girls? Yeah, good. Thumbs up. We're getting. Woo! Look at Ella. She's doing her mum's hair. Fantastic. Well done.
I have to have a look. Where can I see?
Hold on. Can I add spot? There we go. Can you see that?
Yeah. Oh, it's good to have a model. So much easier on someone else.
There's Ella. Are we ballerina? Well done, Ella. Fantastic work.
Thank you.
I'm losing my place because my hair was half curled already. I straightened it out a bit before starting this.
You're all good girls. We're going to need your picture.
Laura, mine was going very well. I am doing really well at this because I am not a person who does the hair thing. I am known for my pineapple bun forever, always. But then I looked like I had nice curls, and then I took the brush through it, and it went
Just disappeared.
well, just like frizz bombed.
Do you have kind of curly hair anyway?
I have got very frizzy hair. Sometimes it's straight, sometimes it's curly, sometimes it's just like, you know that episode in Friends when Monica and they go abroad and her hair?
Aye.
That's me, babe. That's me all over, babe.
Oh no.
So I like run my fingers through it instead of like the brush.
Yeah, I would say that maybe get like some oil, a couple of pumps of that on your hands, rub it all in, and just run your fingers through rather than brushing.
Yeah,
and maybe
I'm not gonna lie.
And maybe curl it all, and rather than brushing, just kind of wrap them around your fingers and pin it anyway, so that you're not touching it until the very end. That's my stomach grumbling.
Me too.
So there, I've got 3. If you've got thicker hair than me, then maybe a few more sections. But even when I've got my extensions in, I still just do 3, because I find that if I was to do lots of little pin curls, I would take them out and it would just be wild. But if I do, I just curl in small sections and then join them together, and then it gives smoother, bigger, bouncy curls. I just got my 3 there. And then what I'm going to do on this side, I'm going to do more of a beach wave. This one's going to be more curly. This one's going to be beach waves. But done using basically the same technique.
You're not doing very good, Charlotte and Grace. Hey, it's going to be a practice makes perfect, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
And then Carla's saying her straighteners are quite thick. So would you feel like there's a size, like don't do them too?
Yeah, you can do it with thicker straighteners. Like, is it the GHD wide ones, or is it just that they're big straighteners?
Carla, you speak to me. You can pop it on the chat if you need. Oh, there she is.
And they're like these big ones.
She's got that ones.
Oh yeah, are they the GHD ones?
No, they're Cloud9 ones.
Aye. Yeah, you can curl with them on longer hair, but it's going to be looser. One of my colleagues in work has some that I always steal, and they're really good for the beachy waves. Not so much if you wanted a tighter curl, but yeah, they'll work just the same. Yeah.
Your beach babe vibes, Carla.
Yeah.
Mine are the thick ones as well.
Yeah, they'll totally work. It'll just be a different kind of look. If you had short hair and you were to use them, wouldn't really do very much because by the time you'd turn it, you'd be at the end of the hair. But yeah, if you've got long hair, they'll still work. So what I'm going to do for this other side is the first one, I'm confusing myself now looking in this screen. The first one I'm going to do like we did, but I'm going to stop really far from the end. So I basically just turned it and let it go.
Okay.
And this side, I'm not going to pin, and in fact, I'm going to pull it down a little bit because I want it really relaxed. So then the next bit that I pull from that section, I'm going to curl towards my face. That's that there. And again, I'm stopping before the end. And then I'm going to go back again. And just going quite fast now with this one. Whereas on the other side, I was going nice and slow to get a really nice tight curl. Now I'm going towards the face again. A bit more.
How long would you leave it for long hair? Like how long at the end?
I'd say like a couple of inches from the end, an inch from the end.
That was a much better one. That's good. Okay. Slowly getting the hang. See, don't think I've done my hair since maybe Christmas.
There's no need just now, is there?
I can't get my hair in curls, just the bottom bit. So Ella is saying, so the one she was working on her mum there, is it just types of hair?
So you maybe want to take smaller sections so that you can get really close to the root.
Okay.
Ella's
got really long, I think it's quite thick blonde hair.
Yeah, so if it's thick and long, it might be a wee bit heavy for it. So in that case, I would definitely do it in very small sections so that you can get as much of a curl into it as possible, get as close to the root as you can. I would definitely use like a setting spray to help hold it, and I would pin the curls for a while because, yeah, long, thick hair can sometimes just, the weight of it pulls it down a little bit. But yeah, I think.
Yeah, it only curls from about halfway down when she does it. She comes all the way down, but the curl will only start about for the halfway down to the end.
Let me see. Can you see? Oh, I got what you mean.
Where have you gone? Let me see.
Can you see her there?
Oh yeah, I've seen it there. Right, so you're starting really low down. So see where I'm like right up at the root there?
That's it, and I'm get shut.
Now, just be careful because it'll be tricky being that close, but yeah, you want to start right up there and then go really slowly. The slower you go, the tighter the curl will be. Straighteners are beeping at me. So when that comes out, then wrap it around. So that's not done very much. Are the straighteners hot enough or? Yeah. So yeah, twist it right there. So the hair's kind of gone round, what is it, 180, 360? Yeah, that's it. And down.
What a good model.
That's a bit better.
Better?
It is very loose though. I'd expect it to be a bit tighter for going that.
It's a little.
Yeah, but it maybe needs to be pinned for a little bit. We definitely see about getting a heat protector setting spray for it. Put some of that on first, brush it all through, and then curl like that. But yeah, small sections, start it as high up as you can and go nice and slowly, and then pin the curls up like that to make them last even longer.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely takes a bit of practice.
Bit of practice.
So I'm still on my messy side and I'm just going one direction, then the other direction, which can be tricky sometimes because you're having to look in a mirror and think about which way you're going.
Do you ever find like you get days where your hair just will not curl? No.
I used to. It tends to.
Mine is having that day today.
Aw.
Sometimes I've got really naturally curly hair, and I find that actually curls last quite long in my hair when I do it, but doesn't
Yeah.
want to play ball today.
Sometimes even people with naturally curly hair, their hair won't hold a new curl very well. It only wants to do its own thing. But you're lucky if they last. My own hair, unless I use a setting spray and pin it, it won't last at all.
I've just a quick question.
Yeah.
For someone like who doesn't have like layers in their hair,
Mhm.
how is it good to like shape the front part when you're curling your hair, like to shape the front part?
Yeah, to give it
That
a
makes
bit
any
more.
sense.
So I would always recommend taking the front away from your face. So you could just go in and curl it like that, but see if you take that bit of hair and kind of twist it and then curl it. Don't know if that was very clear. I'll do it again. But so you're taking that section and twisting it and then curling it with the straighteners kind of up and down, then it'll almost fall like you've got a sort of bang at the front there.
Okay.
And what I like to do is take that curl and using a comb kind of do a quick little back comb into it, just pressing really lightly up, and it locks in a bit of volume there.
Nice, that looks nice.
Just do that again. Yeah, the pinning.
Alicia, maybe a bit thicker.
Is that?
Do you want me to, if I pop her on, hold on. You're right to be spotlighted. No. Oh, she's too new.
Yeah, you've got loads of hair.
Yeah, she's got beautiful hair.
I've got so much hair. Like it's so
Yeah.
hard to curl.
A lot. So if you were pin curling it, you'd maybe pin like 4 or 5 sections per side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've probably got about a quarter of the hair you've got. Yeah, pinning it's important because the curl doesn't set until the hair has cooled. So that can take like half an hour to an hour really. The longer you leave it in pins, the better. But if your hair starts to drop or is played with or whatever while it's still hot, then you're now molding it in a different style to what you've just curled in. Okay. So if you can pin it, then that'll definitely make it last better. So I've got this side. I'm just putting a little bit of oil on my hand. Just one pump because my hair's so fine it'll end up looking greasy. But so this side I've got one going that way, one going that way, one going that way. It's all a bit crazy. And I'm just going to use my fingers on this side to brush it through. So it's really messy and effortless, beachy. But to be honest, I don't do this very often. I like it to be more structured. But now on this side, I'm going to take these pins out, and the curls have cooled a good bit. I would normally leave it a bit longer. Like I'd maybe curl my hair, then do my makeup, and then come back to it. Where's that comb gone? Oh, there it is. So these curls are a lot more big and bouncy on this side than this side. Maybe I should have done that with extensions in. My hair disappears to nothing at the end. But what I like to do sometimes is to, like I did with that front bit, is I take the curl and just put a little tiny back comb into each kind of twist of it. A bit there and a bit there. Another bit. And twist and twist. So that's just giving a more volumized, bouncy curl. Whereas this side's the messy, lived-in kind of beachy look. But it's all done with just the same technique.
Yeah.
Sure. And I was going to show you something else. Where is it? So I'm going to put my hair up in a ponytail. Can you hear my stomach? That was so loud.
I'm not hearing ours at the moment. Just done 2 classes. Like my hair at the moment is needing a good cut. So like see by the bottom, it's just not playing ball. It's like I don't want to do anything. Does dead ends like make a big difference as well?
Yeah, I think your hair definitely styles better when it's healthy. So yeah, if there's dead ends, I would be getting, well, obviously you can't really go get them trimmed just now.
Ready, booked in, and then my goodness.
If they're damaged, I would maybe just not curl them. Yeah. Just stop short of the end.
Very trick.
So I'm tying this up because this technique would probably take so long to do on all the hair, but what I'm going to do is, I've got a wooden spoon. I'm going to twist the hair around the spoon. I think this would be really cool for performing, because you'd get so much volume and it'd be really bouncy. But I've just wrapped that around the spoon and I'm holding the hair on the end with my finger. And then I'm just going around a few times with the straighteners. I know this looks ridiculous.
This is what I want to do this one then.
Oh no, that was rubbish. I'll do it again.
And so you wouldn't curl your hair before this? You would just go for it?
Yeah, you could just do this with like, because what I'm going to do is just pull out a few pieces. I'm just taking the straighteners and like going around. You probably got to go over it a few times. And then you'll get, you can like.
That's so clever.
It's not anything like, it's definitely a messy look. I just think this would be so cool.
It's quite nice for us though. Like, would you keep this in a ponytail or would you pick it down then?
Well, sometimes some people that have longer hair, for like a quicker way of straightening, would put it up in a ponytail. curl it and then take it down, and you've just got the ends done, but it's got like a little bit of movement going on. This worked better when I did it earlier, honest.
But for us, like, who literally have to wear our hair in a ponytail or a messy bun all the time, that's quite a cool idea. Like, just to have a nice. I need to find something that I can use.
Some people do, you know, like the wee wooden chopsticks.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
people use them, wrap the hair around that, and it goes really crazy. It would take you forever to do the whole thing, but if you're just kind of back comb most of the ponytail and then take a few wee bits and wrap them around a chopstick, because you actually, you know, you get the actual chopstick stylers. It's just like a really tiny, thin
I actually
hair
did.
wand. They're so cool, but they take forever to do a whole head.
I actually saw someone selling them today because they were like, I love this, but oh my God, I don't have the time.
Yeah, I had to do someone's whole head like that once, and it looked really, really cool, but I was like, I'm not ever going to post this photo because I'm not wanting to do it again.
I am liking the ponytail idea.
But yeah, you could just put it in the ponytail and just curl like I did before if you just wanted a really loose curl, just a bit of something on the ends. Wouldn't really work so well for my hair because it's a bit sharp, but
Look! Okay, that is a
that's cool. My spoon's getting hot now.
Claire, have you recorded this?
I have, yeah.
Just because
you?
I was so blown away and flabbergasted by being able to actually curl my hair that I've missed this whole ponytail section because I'm just been sitting going, I got curly hair, so now I'm like, cool, you can forward it to me and I can do that for fun.
Yeah,
Basically I've just put my hair in a ponytail. I just grabbed really small little sections, wrapped them around, holding the ends, and then just kind of running over it with the straighteners a few times just to make some crinkles.
This would be good if we ever get on holidays again as well. Like,
yeah, totally.
Ooh, I like this. This is the only method that's worked for me so far today. I think I'm watching the screen and the mirror at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird doing this in the screen. I maybe shouldn't have had a light background when I've got light hair. But yeah, so that's my messy, crazy ponytail kind of thing. And what you could do as well is if you're, so just as something quick, can't get this box open. So I've only done like 4 sections or something like that. So if I hadn't have curled my hair first, the rest would all be straight. But what I could do is just kind of wrap it round and pin it. And then like take these messy bits that I've just created and just pin them really loosely as well. Like if you've got finer hair or shorter hair and you can't get that big messy bun, that would be a really quick way to do it. Just a couple of little pins and like leave the bits hanging out. That'd be quite cool.
Very nice.
And then, so I'm going to switch off the straighteners now. I'm going to have to wash my hair now because it's all doing lots of things at once. But so yeah, most of the time I curl my hair, I just curl it all back the way, and each night I then don't curl it again, but I just take the sections and pin them up overnight. Then in the morning the curls have all held and bounced back up, and it means that I don't have to use heat for a few days at a time. So that's what I normally do. But during lockdown, I've been out walking a bit, and this has become my new favourite hairstyle, just bunches. Oh, I don't have a band with me, that's annoying. So if your hair's longer, you could just start down here, because my hair is a bit shorter. What I'm going to do is kind of, so split it in two, and I'm kind of holding it out a bit. And then I'm going to split that into two. And I'm holding it up so that it starts up here rather than starting here.
Yep.
I want a bit more texture up the top. And then rather than sleeping in just a pleats, which works really well, is you get nice a nice crinkly wavy texture, but I'm just going to do a rope braid instead. It comes out a little bit
Wavy.
smoother, not as crimped looking as if it was a braid.
Yeah.
So I can spray my hair down either with just water or with a bit of heat protector. So it's basically just some oils that will be good for my hair overnight. So yeah, splitting it into two sections, and then what I'm going to do is each of these two sections I'm going to twist away from my face like that.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is twist them together. So they've been twisted that way, but I'm going to twist them together that way. So I'm going to go like that. And then twist them both. Twisting that way, and that towards me. That's really hard to explain.
Laura, I think that actually looks like something I might be able to do. I can't do any sort of pleat, like, unless it's just like a da-da-da. But that, I feel like, guys, watch this space. My Insta selfies are going to blow up. You've no idea.
Very good. I've forgotten to take little hairbands, so I'm just going to put that there just now. But see if you do it like that,
Yeah.
that'll stay in a rope. Say you just twisted the two together without twisting them individually first, that would just unravel. But because you've twisted them and then twisted them together, it'll stay. So say like you just wanted some cool bunches, I think that looks like a bit cooler than just a normal braid. And what I would, if I'm actually going to wear the bunches, what I do is like pull them out a little bit to make my hair a bit thicker. But for just going to bed, I would just, so twisting that way, and then twisting the two together towards the front. I really can't explain this, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, we can see it. It looks good.
So I would do that, and then sleep like that. And then in the morning when I take that out, it will be a nice loose wave, or just leave it in and have cute bunches.
Yeah.
But I've been liking doing that just to give my hair a bit of a rest from the heat while I don't need to. But yeah, if you've got longer hair, I think a lot of people don't really like the curl to start much higher up than their ears anyway. Yeah. Then it can get quite big. But if you just start from the ears down, it's a nice relaxed look. So yeah, if you've got long hair, you can just hold it down like that, twist, 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 twist. But I would say if you've got shorter hair, you want to really hold them up and start it just a wee bit further up. Or it will just be on the very ends and there won't be much impact. But I sometimes find in the morning they're fine, like this is a wee bit messy, but I quite like it to be a bit messy so that I've got more volume. And what you could also do is then take that, twist them round and pin it on top of your head like a halo braid.
Yeah.
Just a Kirby there. And then I would like pull this out a little bit. It's called pancaking, apparently. On that side.
Starting to see lots of curly hair popping up. I kind of stopped because I was watching. You know, with the in the ponytail,
Mhm.
could you join like a few up and do the pin curl like into the pony?
Yeah, totally. Like to hold it for longer, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Sometimes when, like I've had quite a lot of people in the salon asking for just a ponytail, and when that trend first came in, I was like, what, you want to pay me to put a ponytail in your head? It's ridiculous. But they're really popular. And what I like to do, I do this if, say, someone's got a hair up and they want these bits down around their face, but maybe they're not going out until later in the day, I would take just that little bit, wrap it around my finger and pop a Kirby grip in there. So that then they go home, they get their dress on or whatever, and they're ready to go. And then they just pull out that Kirby, and it means that curl's going to last all day, whereas on some people it had already dropped.
Yeah.
But when people get like a big fancy bouncy ponytail, I would do the same. I would curl it all up, pin it, and get them to take that out later. So yeah, you could do the same with that, whether it's like little chopstick or wooden spoon curls, or if it's just like proper straightener curls.
Because that's like if we ever get to do our shows and theatres and things like that again,
Hopefully.
a lot of the time we do like a curly ponytail. If we have the dress on the day, by the time we're at the show, they're like, I have to do my head again.
Yeah.
So time, would it be good to like actually pin all, like do the curls in the morning, pin them all, so then
yeah, there's I wonder if I can explain this properly, but there are bonds in the hair that are broken by either heat or water. So when you curl your hair with the straighteners, the bonds break, then they reform when the hair cools. So the tighter you can keep it while it's cooling, the bonds will reform in that shape. If you leave it and gravity takes hold while it's still cooling, then it's going to set lower. So yeah, if you've got the time to pin it, I would always say pin it, unless you want just something really loose. Or some people's hair just grabs a curl, and if I was to pin it, it would bounce right up to here. So would maybe not do it, but most people I would pin the curls. That's just the best way to get them to last.
I'm going to be pinning curls because they don't last in my hair.
I'm going to put my hair back in.
So what's your hair extension? Because that's amazing.
It's they're called halo hair extensions, and you can buy them online, but I actually make them because a lot of the ones you can buy online aren't the best hair, but because I do extensions anyway, I just use the same hair suppliers make these up, but basically it's a bit of wire with a weft of hair on it, and I just split the top of my hair up and then pop the band on, like where an Alice band would go, and this just hangs down, and then when I put my hair over the top, brush it through.
That's amazing.
It's so good. I love it.
Amazing.
I did have proper extensions where they were like sewn in, like a weave, but I much prefer it like this because I can curl this and then I take it off at night and hang it on the door handle, and then in the morning I just put it back in and it's curled and ready to go, so I don't have to wash it very often either. But yeah, I just much prefer having nice long hair, and the extensions always hold a curl so much better than my own hair as well. So yeah, top of my hair looks a bit wild just now.
So many designs in it.
Yeah, so many things going on in there. Put my band back on.
There's just a couple. I have to go a lot of it. Thank you so much. Have to pop away. I feel like I can get rid of 4 different types of curlers now. Yeah, that's, I mean, I've got so many different kinds of curlers, and
yeah, some people just really can't do it with the straighteners. I had a friend that I was trying to teach, and I don't know what she was doing. The hair was just going off in some weird direction that I couldn't have done if I tried. But some people find that a wand's much easier, because basically all you're doing is taking, like, imagining this is just a wand, taking the hair and wrapping it around. It's easy. But with this, you can do tight curls, you can do loose curls, you can do tight corkscrew curls with a chopstick or something. So like you can just do anything with it, and everyone's got a hair straightener. So if you've got that in your bag, if you're away for the weekend or whatever, you're sorted. But and yeah, a lot of people struggle with the clips on like a traditional tong. So
yeah,
I just find you don't need all that stuff. So yeah,
having a look. I'm gonna see if I can put it on gallery view for you, and then you can maybe have a look and see. Don't look at mine because I started and then I'm concentrating too much and talking. But we've got.
I can see some people now.
So you look delighted with your wooden spoon trick.
Literally,
so
I
fun.
never get like my hair to curl with straighteners ever. Like I've never been able to do it. But the wooden spoon trick is just working for me.
It's cool, isn't it? Love it.
Your hair
It's good.
is beautiful. Really
Thank
nice.
you. I tried it blue underneath like a few days ago. So it's kind of like dyed out a little color. So this has like helped it almost look cooler.
Yeah, coloured hair always looks better with a wave in it. You see it all a lot more. That's cool. Try it with chopsticks, obviously not the plastic ones or anything, but it'll just be really, really tight and wild. And if you take it and like pull it apart or comb into it, then it'll go even bigger. It'll be a pain to brush out, but it would be cool. Yeah, I can't see any. I don't know how this works. I can't see any comments or anything, but
so
if anyone has any questions.
Just saying, there was just a few is there any questions that you want to pop on? Or I've seen, Bethan, you've got it all pin curled. That looks beautiful. Sarah, your hair looks gorgeous.
Aww.
Any questions at all, you can let Lotta know. Caitlin, you're working very hard, all your curls. There's just so many long hair.
I didn't realise you would be curling along with me. That's good. Best way to learn it.
I wish I could use a Kirby grip properly. Mine falls out. Any Kirby grip tip?
A lot of people put, so these are funny Kirby grips. They're a bit more smooth, but you know,
proper rigid.
this side, it's usually the wiggly side.
Yeah.
So I put the wiggly side towards my head. A lot of people put it out the way. But if they're not holding, so I would do with thicker hair, sometimes they do tend to slide out. So I'll use a slightly thicker section of hair. But if you put one in and then another one and like cross it over, then that should hold. That one just slid off, but like
Together.
that shouldn't fall out.
You're saying top tip, thank you. And then Ella, with her long blonde hair, she's going, this was really cool. Thank you so much. I will try mine again, but I love
You're
my.
welcome.
Very good with your mum's hair. Well done. It does help to have. Do you know what? Sometimes I wish I could just take my hair and then pop it on again.
I've got a couple of doll heads there that I was going to do it on, and I thought, no, I'm probably easier to show it on my actual head. But this is too curly now. I don't like it when it's too curly. I like it to be loose. But, oh yeah, and I was going to use the texturizing spray, the side that I did that was curled in different directions. I was going to spray that on and just kind of to give it a bit of grip and a bit more texture, but I forgot. But also I don't really want that in my hair, so that's good. Have to wash it out.
Well, I think everyone is just having a good play. I know after this I'm going to go and have, because we did the classes, so I'm going to have a shower and I'm going to properly do my hair. But thank you so much, Laura. If anyone's got to ask or to say, you can.
If you think of anything afterwards, just message me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever.
Yes.
You just look for Laura Ross Hair Design and you'll find me. But yeah.
When we're out of lockdown, we will be I'll definitely be popping along and saying, Laura, do something fun in my hair.
I know. Well, give me a shout if you have any shows. I think I've done hair for you before, haven't I? For Nest Factor and stuff. So yeah, if you ever want me, I'll be there. Right. Well, have a good night, girls. Thanks for having me.
So much, Laura. So they're having I don't know if you can see them. They're giving a wave and they're giving a wee chat.
I think so. Yeah, I can see. I have to flick. Why is everyone not just on one screen? Wouldn't that be easier? I don't know.
Zoom is hard. Oh well, thank you so much, Laura.
Bye, girls.
Lovely weekend.
Thank you.
I hope you all.
Thank you.